Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you today with an amplifier review. Been having a lot of questions about the 4Ks, in particular the APN 4Ks that I run here. I don't know if you can see them here, that I run in the Blazer here. A lot of questions about them lately. People want to know, are they worth it? What's the guts look like? That sort of stuff. So I figured I would do a review on the amplifier, break some things down, and show you guys some guts. So like I said, the 4Ks that I run, so we're going to break this down for you guys. So let's go inside and I'll break it all down for you. This episode is brought to you by Audiopipe, high performance car audio products. Elite Autoworks. Contact Jason Predieri at Elite Autoworks for all your car audio aftermarket modifications and upgrades. Elite Autoworks is a proud authorized dealer of Audiopipe and Audiopipe accessories. Bassaholic Productions. Get your custom enclosure designed by Drew Jones. You will receive enclosure specifications, a full cut sheet along with 3D renderings. Bassaholic Productions, a name known for creating the loudest and best sounding enclosures available. Alright, so we got the 4K on the counter here. This is a rather large amp. For some of you guys that are concerned about space, these are not a space-saving amplifier. Okay, these are a large amplifier. They are, let's see here, it's got a length of 25 inches. That would be to the mounting feet. So it's 25 by 11.7. So you might as well round it 2 inches. And we're at 3 inches in height. So this is a large amplifier. So those of you wondering, you're not going to save space by this amplifier. Alright, give you some rundown of the specs. This is a 4,000 watt amplifier, a monoblock amplifier. It's rated 1,550 watts at 4 ohms, 2,650 watts at 1 ohm, and 2,650 watts at 2 ohms, I'm sorry, and 4,000 watts at 1 ohm. Its minimum impedance rating is 1 ohm. I run mine, technically they're strapped, so they're strapped at 2 ohms, so each amplifier is seeing 1 ohm. I do not recommend running any amplifier below its impedance ratings. I know people do, but it's just not what I recommend. It's got a total harmonic distortion of 0.1%. I know a lot of you guys will argue that, and that's fine. Frequency response on this is 15 hertz to 250 hertz. Input sensitivity is 300 millivolts to 8 volts. It has a signal to noise ratio of 100 dB. It obviously comes with phase shift of 0 to 180 degrees. Its crossover is set from 50 hertz to 250 hertz. Its low pass filter, or subsonic filter as it's called, 15 hertz to 40 hertz subsonic filter. Bass boost, we don't mess with that. That's a known thing. Alright, so let's show you some of the end caps on it. Okay, on the right side of the amplifier, there's not much to it. Power supply and the speaker leads. 0 gauge or 1/0, however you want to look at it. Inputs with the remote on the outside, and these are true 1/0 or 0 gauge, and then the speaker outputs are true 4 gauge. I know this because I run 4 gauge and I run 0 gauge. Those are true sizes. I will say what I don't like about this amplifier, okay, I'm giving you an honest opinion, is I wish I had more inputs for the power supply. I wish they would have at least equipped it with dual power supplies. whether it be side by side or this end and that end, because there's plenty of room for it on this amplifier. But that does not take away from what it is capable of, because you can simply put dual inputs in the power supply, as I done in the Blazer. I got the dual inputs from Jim's Machine Works. So you can get away with doing that, but I would have really wished that they would have manufactured this amplifier with the dual power supplies. That way you could have ran multiple runs to the amplifier. But that's it for this end. Okay, for the left end of it, this does come with a supplied remote bass knob. It is the telephone style. I prefer not to use those. I prefer to use an RCA bass knob, so I do not use the remote knob on this. Alright, this amplifier is strappable, and it does come with a telephone style link to link the two amplifiers together. So it does come with a data link for that, which obviously you have to use if you want to strap them. Here's your slave input and output, or slave switch, input slave or output master. Here's your low pass adjustment, phase shift, bass boost, subsonic, and your actual gain. Now this does come with the Tiffany style RCA connectors, and your power and protection light is on this end. It does have the input and the line out. You do not use these for strapping it. You use, like I said, the data link on this end. So this is a pretty good setup here. I don't mind this at all. The subsonic, I wish it wasn't on there. I wish no amplifier manufacturer put or not the subsonic, I'm sorry, the bass boost. I wish they would just do away with that and save the headache of a lot of people that's new to the audio game, thinking that the bass boost makes them louder, and they tend to clip and blow. So that's the end of it on that. And so now we'll get to the good stuff, which everybody always wants to see, is we'll show you the guts. All right, now what we have here is a kind of far away exposure of the guts. I will get in closer for you guys. I just wanted to point a few things out here. This is a large board. This is designed by Audiopipe for this amplifier. It does come with two fans for cooling. It's got a larger fan here, and it's got a fan here. I'm not sure what the CFMs of them are or whatnot. I can't find those specs on those. But they do seem to push a good amount of air. They are a little loud, but not too loud. You can hear them when the amplifier comes on. And I don't believe that they're on any type of regulator to kick them on and off. I'm pretty sure that they stay on at all times. As you can see down here is your input side. It's got 3300 microfarad rail caps, large oversized toroids. I'm not sure how big those are, but those are pretty large. We're talking 3-inch toroids. And here we are with a little closer look here of the guts. Get in close here to your power supplies, your toroids, your rail caps. Your wire for speaker leads, additional toroids and output caps. And again, this is the Audiopipe APNK-4000.1 monoblock amplifier, rated at 4,000 watts. Now I looked and looked and looked, and I cannot find it, but I have a bench sheet of where it was bench tested. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it bench tested 4,010 watts certified. There was no other uncertified or dynamic test results with it, and that was at 14.1 volts, I believe. I wish I could find that so I can include this with the video, but I cannot find that to save my butt. But here you go. A lot of people was asked to see the guts of the 4000.1, and I believe now that I will be one of the first on YouTube here to show the guts of the 4000.1. As you can see, Here's the fan. Here's the other fan. It blows toward, I don't know if it blows towards them, and it looks like it blows away. So it pulls air across them. This is the 4000, and I run 4 of these in the Blazer, and I absolutely love them. I couldn't be more happier with them, other than a few things that I pointed out that I wish that they would have done on these. So if you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like or that thumbs up button, and drop a comment in here. I plan on doing some more videos of other lines of Audiopipe amplifiers. I have several of them waiting. I've made a couple other ones, but since so many people's asked questions about the 4K here lately, I figured I'd go ahead and do this one and put it out first, and so some of the other ones will be coming out at a later time. So like I said, I'll be doing more of these and more Audiopipe products in the future. So make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and drop a comment on here. Tell me what you think. I'm open to criticism, and I'm always open to suggestions to make these videos better for you guys. APNK-4000.1. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on other social media. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So there it is. That's my breakdown of the 4K. Until next time, guys, bass on.